Hi, I'm B. Welcome or welcome back. Um, so much has been going on. Still don't have my voice. This is the best I have right now, and I apologize right off the get go, but it's not getting, it's better, but it's not getting better enough to where I don't want to wait any longer. So if you can't deal with it, I'm sorry, and I apologize in advance, but this is all I have to offer. So I was wondering if been watching a lot of content in regards to the new change of Honora. Um, did she learn anything truly? I, I beg to question that myself. um, there's a lot of rebranding going on over there, and a lot of content has been removed, which is a good thing. But did anybody notice that her shorts or her content over there was actually Alicia Dougherty's videos as is with her name across them? It wasn't even transformed. It was just she took parts of her content, slapped her name across it like now it's mine. I put my name on it and put it out there. Um, those are gone. That's a good thing. But it became to where, in my mind and in my opinion, that this woman talked more about those children than the mother or father, but mostly the mother, of course, doing the social media. But Honora's channel put more content about those children out than the mother did. And that's kind of hard to understand, but she spoke about them more. Um, it's gone. Like I said, that's good. So are pretty much anything she's done is gone. But she hasn't changed. I watched her first live back after the apology that was not an apology, after the rebranding and what the new content is going to be like. So I watched her live, and I was very confused because for having put out the video that's now been taken down, I'm sure somebody has it. I'm positive somebody has to have it. But there was a video up that it was all going to change, and they weren't going to speak on that family anymore. It was going to be only about child exploitation and their movement and all this great stuff that they're doing. Great stuff. So then they did a live that night. And in that live, they continued to speak on Dougherty Dozen specifically. It's like, you didn't change. And I've noticed Nora herself, whatever, it's supposed to be everybody's Nora, but the one behind the mask, Nora, she doesn't have a lot to offer to anybody. Nothing. What do you have to offer? You read written statements that somebody obviously wrote for you, because that is not how you speak. And also, whoever's doing it needs to do a little bit better. Go look at some of the videos on that. Kirsty has a really good one on that movement they got going on. But so they continue to go ahead and talk about the Dougherty Dozen on that new live, where they're not going to do that anymore. She hates this woman. Hates her. I don't know what Alicia ever did to her, but Honora hates Alicia, period. You can't convince me any different. It's all her content is about, is attacking this woman or making fun of her in any degree, and it's ridiculous. So then they went on how this channel is going to be more prim and proper, if that's that's not exactly her words, but it's not going to be about these families like that anymore. It's going to be about how to help all of the content, all of the family issues that they see as a problem. And I'm going to still say there are some, don't get me wrong, but as a general, just across the board, it's not a problem. There are problems, but the whole issue of putting your children online or showing pictures or a medical circumstance or something is not a problem. They have more problems with her, but there's so many videos out right now. I just can't even. So Sarah did one on the sorry, hi, Venus is here. Let her say hi. Oh, she hit your face on the microphone. So they went on to have this live that was supposed to be more professional. And in that professional live, she got her monetization back, I'm assuming because she took all the Alicia content down, because you can't do that, right? That's against TOS. But anyway, so she started opening memberships, and her new favorite man, the director, that he subbed to her channel. I mean, he membered, got a subscription to the membership. And when he did that, it turned into, it was very vague. It's innuendos. There were innuendos of, ooh, now he's got the big O. You get to see his big O. And it's really Nora's face, the old logo with the, that face. And so they're talking about him getting his O, and we can see your O now and stuff. And so it's subliminal, but yet how is that beneficial to child exploitation in their terms? It just made no sense. And the trolls, they just didn't stop coming. They came and asked her, why are you doing this? And I say trolls, that's what she kept calling them. The trolls are here, the trolls are here. And they were coming to the chat, and they were like, what is this, and why is this, and why do you talk about Alicia? And because in that chat, people didn't want to accept any change. So the people in the chat were still doing their normal lush and this and that. And did you see what she did? And she went on a weekend vacation and didn't tell anybody where she was going. And sure, and it was just a whole bunch of crap about Alicia again. And it just, the laughing and the joking and talking about whether or not Alicia has medical issues, something about her medication. You can hear her medications over her food, and it was insane. It was insane to think that this is a rebranded about a movement that they're going to take over the world at this point and help these children on the internet from their terrible families. But we have these people talking about O's, which I hope you understand what the innuendo in that is. The whole chat just continued. She would read them. She would react to them. She did her evil, ugly laugh. That laugh is sinister. It's disgusting. And to be using it over... You're talking about these children's mother, period. First of all, I mean, do you have any conscience at all? I don't think so. That was a rhetorical question. I don't even know why it came out of my mouth. But they laughed at her and said she has coffee running through her veins. I'm asking you, how is this different behavior? Where did you change? What did you change? If you weren't talking about Alicia Dougherty, there was silence. You have nothing to offer if you're not criticizing or laughing at this woman. So I hope you get it together by the next one. But at this point, this is your first one. You're everything's changed. You've taken time off. You've had new intros and everything made to be this new child exploitation movement that did not come through in your first live at all. You locked your cat in the bathroom because it was being a cat and meowing. Are we into... Can we talk about you and your animal treatment at this point? I mean, you've talked about Alicia's dirty house. Do you know you have a dirty house? I mean, A lot of people do. But how do you talk about someone else's dirty house when you have a dirty house? Because you've showed it, and it's not clean and tidy. You have dirty litter boxes, and that happens. They go to the bathroom, but don't talk about somebody else when you're doing it yourself, because it's not working. It's not working for you. You continue to laugh. You continue to lush. You thought that was funnier than hell because somebody came in and said, "Why do you call her Lush?" And he's like, "We're going to do it, and go away, Melissa, get out of here," and lush. You're talking about children's mother. Why are you have no proof that she's an alcoholic. You have no reason to keep calling. You've said that she has Munchausen. Are you a doctor? How did you diagnose her? With either one of those. It's not acceptable. You are pathetic. That if you're not talking about her, you have nothing to offer anybody. You couldn't hold a conversation during that live if you weren't talking about her or something inappropriate. Very inappropriate for I'm going to save the children of the world. Excuse me? So then you decided that you're going to, let's see, there's more about the director's accent. You love the director's accent. That does something for you. Ugh, and most of the chat too. And I'm all for a good accent, but nah, that's not it. And why are you using that? It's inappropriate. I cannot come up with any other. You are not the one to speak for any children with that mouth. Y'all find a new leader. This can be done. This can be spoken about, but your leader is lacking in morals and integrity. There's no honor in that person. You said that you're going to go and do streams that aren't about child exploitation on Honora Live. They're not going to be on this channel. It's going to be different. But yet, there was a lot of content in that live that was inappropriate. And throughout this thing, I don't even know how long it was. I'm sorry. I forgive me. But it seemed like an hour. But throughout this live, you didn't speak on child exploitation. And that's what you're there for? It was a giggle session, a slam session, somewhat sexually oriented conversation. And nothing about helping the children. And you can you speak on it without reading a statement? Is that possible? I'm not sure at this point. When somebody asked you for a list of family bloggers so that folks can bring awareness, I'm sure there's a list out there. Is this not, you only care about Alicia. If you're truly concerned about family vlogging and them exploiting their children, why wouldn't you have a whole list of all of these families that are doing this? Because it's your hate for Alicia that's getting you to do what you're doing. So then you talked about doing a live, and he's like, no, it's not this Sunday, it's next Sunday. And somebody said, oh, is that Easter Sunday? And you said, fuck Easter. You know, people don't typically celebrate Easter unless they're religious. I'm just going to, and you've mentioned your husband's religious and you're not to the degree, but then you believe in God because you probably should believe in God because at the end of the day, you'd rather take your chances and believe than not to believe and, all this stuff. But Easter's a religious holiday if you're not aware. So saying fuck Easter is probably just not very conducive to the holiday. I mean, you have no couth. You can't be the representative for this. You can't. There's no possible way. Goes into more Lusha. I can't even do your laugh. It's so disgusting. And you do it to fill air a lot of times because you have nothing to say. Kobe goes on to say that she's never had crabs in her life. And then it turns into a big, ah, she's talking about food. Oh, it's all a joke. Your whole channel's a fucking joke. When are you going to actually get it together? Or just do your freaking channels the way this... Let's... You cannot be the face of child exploitation as a face. The voice for the voiceless. The Lord have mercy. We need help. If Anora's your leader, you need help. You probably got more sense than she does as far as this is concerned. Because you can't, and I'm not saying I want someone to be two-faced and be like one person online and one person behind the scenes, but if you're going to pull out a whole movement for the world, at least be professional in that movement. Because you led us to believe that you're going to turn this around and pull it together because you fully, wholeheartedly believe in this. But on the other hand, you didn't do it. There was so much disrespectful conversation going on. And I don't know that your chat, they're so used to that being your content. Can they handle going to a more serious subject? Can they handle doing it in the way that it needs to be done if you really think you're going to change anything? That's a whole nother thing. So there's a couple people, I'm going to list them in the description. Kirsty broke down your petition. I'm sorry. I can't even keep a straight face. Kirsty broke down the petition for the change.org. I'm sorry, I almost cried on that one. You can't be serious. I'm sorry. Okay. So Kirsty broke down the petition. Please go watch that because that's a good one. Sarah, she's been in the comment sections of a lot of us with us at times, and now she's started doing some being a creator herself, and she's brought out some very good points. One being about the kids and their diagnosis and how this is being used against Alicia and them. When just go, I'll list it down below, I promise. So Kirsty, Sarah, of course, not another housewife, keeps going, and she's got the good points and all that's coming. Josh C's doing reviews on the content. I hate this. I should write a list. I don't want to miss anybody. They'll be down there, I promise. If I think about it, I'll add it in, they'll be there. But you didn't do very good on that first one. So I'm not sure you changed. You can put a new slap some lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. You know what I mean? So good luck. I don't think you're going to get very far with this. And I have more to speak on Shauna. I think that's just a little short bit. I just wanted this one to be about Anora. I have something to say about Shauna, but not very much. Not anything life-changing or breaking. I've had some personal issues going on. Of course, The Voice is one of them. Whenever I did my last live, the end of March, I got sick with strep throat and lost my voice, and it's not come back yet, as you can tell. I mean, it comes and goes a little bit, but it hasn't come back. So I've got some stuff that I want, and I was waiting. I was waiting. Like every morning, I'd wake up and like, how good's my voice today? How much do I have? And this is good. This is good compared to what it has been. So I've been waiting for my voice to come back, and I really can't wait. I missed a whole lot of in the moment because I didn't have my voice. So if you can tolerate it, this is what you're going to get for until it comes clear again, and hopefully it does. I'm about to give up, but this may be the all that I get back. But I'm not going to shut up just because of it. So I came back with it just so I could get this off my chest. I don't know how anybody's still following Honora. I don't know how anybody's tolerating this to be the front person for this situation. First of all, like I said, I don't think there should be a situation, but if there's going to be some voice about it, that's not the one. So I appreciate you for listening. I hope you made it through this squeakiness, and I hope to see you on the other side and on the next one. Thank you. Have a good day.